Pedro Jimeno has the power to revive the family Chantel before it's too late. The Dominican Republic man came to the United States almost a decade ago. He pursued his American girlfriend, Chantel Everett, who seemed like a perfect match for him then. Unfortunately, Pedro's journey in America didn't go as smoothly as he had hoped. Constant family drama and personal issues caused him to feel distressed, leading him to argue with Chantel. He also had a hard time making his in-laws trust his motivations. Despite the red flags, Pedro and Chantel married in 90 Day Fiancé Season 4. Pedro and Chantel returned to the network in 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After? Season 4. They started their married lives together while dealing with each other's families. The Jimeno family didn't adore or accept Chantel as their own. They tried to make themselves feel better by putting the Georgia woman down. Likewise, the Everett family didn't care for Pedro as much. They doubted his intentions and showed a complete lack of respect for his extended family in the Dominican Republic. Chantel's mother, Karen Everett, created a lot of unnecessary drama, causing more issues in Chantel's relationship with Pedro. Pedro and Chantel grew apart. They became too invested in themselves instead of their marriage, causing communication problems. Chantel couldn't stop herself from involving her family in her marriage. Meanwhile, Pedro grew tired of the accusations and had to prove himself innocent. In The Family Chantel Season 4, Pedro started working towards his professional goals. He asked Chantel for some space, which caused her to go into a panic mode and accuse him of cheating on her. Ultimately, Pedro couldn't be with Chantel anymore and asked her for a divorce. He broke her heart, becoming the villain of the show. The Family Chantel Season 5 aired in 2023, but some viewers would still want to watch Pedro and Chantel's post-divorce lives on TV. Much like Chantel, Pedro was an essential part of the spin-off. Therefore, he's crucial in inspiring the network to renew the series for another season. Unlike cast members who disappear into obscurity after appearing on the show, Pedro is still famous among viewers. Thousands of fans would want to see his current life on TV alongside what is happening with his mother and sister. Pedro can easily capitalize on his diminishing fame by talking to the network again. He can bring back the spin-off to remain popular while improving his public image. The Family Chantel viewers grew closer to all the cast members on the show. Some fans prefer the Everetts and dislike the Jimenos, while others support the Jimenos and have negative feelings towards the Everetts. Regardless, the journey of Everetts and Jimenos is incomplete if they don't feature together. Fans don't want to see just Chantel's side of the story. Much like they didn't want Pedro to appear in 90 Day The Single Life, fans would want to see Pedro and Chantel appear in the same show, even if they showcased their respective lives after their divorce. Unfortunately, the network won't renew the spin-off until both families agree to film the show together. Pedro ruined his reputation by breaking Chantel's heart. Not only did he mistreat her, but he also made her think that he cheated on her. Pedro did all kinds of emotional damage to his former wife, causing her a lot of pain. Even after the split in 2022, Pedro tried to make Chantel feel bad by talking to his female friend, Karema Morla. He went out on a date with her and purposely posted cuddly photos with her on his social media, showing Chantel he had no problem moving on from her and dating someone she had hated in the past. Unfortunately for Pedro, the ghost of his past actions still haunts him. Fans still consider him a heartbreaker, and he can only fix their perception by returning to the show. While Pedro and Chantel's journey together has ended, viewers are still interested in their post-divorce lives. They want to see how the former couple will move on and what kind of people they'll date. Chantel has already shown part of her journey in 90 Day The Single Life Season 5. Hence, fans are more eager to see how Pedro has evolved after his divorce and what type of woman he wants to date next. The network would be interested in continuing The Family Chantel if Pedro showed interest in sharing his romantic journey on TV. The network would love to show fans a close look at Pedro's new dating life while capturing Chantel and her family's reactions to his post-divorce moves. Previously, Chantel accused Pedro of cheating on her. She claimed he was sleeping with his co-workers. If Pedro returns to TV, he can show he has never indulged in infidelity. He can prove his innocence while also emphasizing his commitment to his work. Pedro worked diligently to build a future in the United States. He must prove his wife's accusations wrong and show that he belongs in the US. Just as much as Chantel and her family, Pedro has been active on social media over the months. He has been on podcasts, talking to Spanish-speaking clients and helping them find a home in Georgia. Pedro's new job is about encouraging a specific audience to purchase properties. He has done a lot to promote it on his Instagram, but there is still scope for him to reach out to even more people. If Pedro films another season of The Family Chantel, he can use it to spread his message and help others. Promoting properties on such a big scale could get him more clients than ever and make him even richer than he is. It could also help him grow and earn a promotion from his boss. Chantel's storyline has always been the central element of the family Chantel. However, fans are still waiting to see more of Pedro's story and how he deals with his family relationships. Previously, he faced many challenges with his mother, Lydia, and his sister, Nicole. He also felt like a mistake because his father chose not to stay in his life. Pedro's personal story is just as interesting as Chantel's. He could return to the show to showcase himself, improving his relationships with his mother and sister and letting them become a part of his life. Previously, Pedro didn't appreciate that his mother dated Scott Wern. The last time fans saw Pedro, he was furious at his mother's relationship with Scott. Perhaps he can return to the show to help find his mother a good partner. Pedro and Chantel's financial disputes in 2022 have sparked debates, with some fans applauding Chantel for emptying the joint bank account while others side with Pedro. The two cast members also argued while selling their house, indicating unresolved issues that could be the focus of TLC's The Family Chantel Season 6. Although Pedro isn't obligated to share his legal problems with Chantel on TV, he may do so to gain support from fans. He could use reality TV to show how poorly his ex-wife treated him. Chantel and her family went too far when they sold Pedro's belongings in the previous season. Pedro became too distant from Chantel at the tail end of their relationship. He stopped reciprocating or communicating, which made him look like a horrible person. While Chantel tried to fix her marriage, Pedro gave up on her and focused on himself. He made himself look like a user who had taken advantage of Chantel. The Everett family members, such as Karen, even accused Pedro of being a swanky-panky scammer. Pedro can film The Family Chantel Season 6 to prove his former wife and mother-in-law wrong. He can use the show as a platform to express his real feelings, improve his image, and prove his innocence. Pedro had always claimed that he never used Chantel. Maybe Pedro could return to the show to end the accusations. Pedro can appear on the show to give his family members a platform to become more popular. His sister, Nicole, has worked hard to transform her life. She has changed herself from the inside out, intriguing viewers and her critics. If Pedro showcases his journey in another reality show, he can use that to let his sister take the front seat and be the main character. He can provide her with the limelight, which she can use to enhance her modeling career further. Nicole has been in a feud with Chantel for 6 years. Pedro can return to The Family Chantel and let Nicole interact with Chantel for one last time, helping her get the last laugh.